Alright, what is up everybody? Coming back at you with another video on the channel today. We have got another unboxing and knife review to do. So this is a pretty new knife. It's only been out maybe a month or two. So this is my first knife from this particular company. And this is the Fox Knives Chillin, carbon fiber and satin version. So there's a lot of versions of this knife, anywhere from 150 to about 280. You can get micarta, G10, aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber. They've got stonewash. This is the only one that comes with satin, I'm pretty sure. Then you get a black washed, and there's all kinds of options. So you can pretty much find one in your budget. So let's get into this thing real quick. Now this is actually a Blade HQ exclusive knife, not variation, but knife in general. I actually had a comment on a video the other day on my Brian Brown Raptor exclusive, and he was like, well, you can get that knife elsewhere, why is it exclusive? And most of the time it's just certain versions that are exclusive to that dealer. The knife's not exclusive, but that version of the knife is. Well, in this case, the whole knife itself is exclusive to Blade HQ. You can't buy any variation anywhere else as of right now. Hopefully that changes. That's the reason I didn't buy this knife for a while. Blade HQ has had its issues with shipping times, customer service. They're like a big box store now. I'll get into that later. Let's look at the knife for a minute. Nice pouch. We get a pouch inside of a pouch. And maybe the knife will come out of the second pouch. Here we go. And check out this nice carbon fiber. I've absolutely destroyed my nails this week at work. They look all broken and jagged. I was going to wear gloves, but decided screw it. So if you see my ugly nails, just ignore it. I don't know how I'm going to fix it, but anyways. Yes, that carbon fiber, nice blue aluminum pivot collar. They're not titanium. Almost positive they're aluminum. They're non-magnetic, as well as aluminum back spacer there. Steel wire clip. It is reversible, of course, and it came with a nice plastic insert under the clip, so it didn't damage the carbon fiber before you reversed it. Let's give it a flick. Oh yes. Check out this satin blade, kinda. There we go. It is a full flat grind, pretty much up to the top. Then we get a bit of a swedge cut up there. You get that classic Jesper Voxnaes jimping. So this is made by Fox Knives in Italy. These are produced in Italy, but it was designed by Jesper Voxnaes. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but he also designed the Giant Mouse Ace Grand. You can see the similarities in the deployment hole there. And he also designed the Urban EDC F5.5. So some very popular knives there. A lot of people love his designs, and I guess I'm one of them, and I've got 3. So like I said, this knife has been out for a few months, and I really liked it from the start. I loved the looks. The price was reasonable. I just didn't want to buy it from Blade HQ, to be honest with you. It is what it is. So I bit the bullet finally and did it, pick this version up. Blade HQ has had its share of issues with shipping times, some customer service issues, just not being great overall. And when you're that big, I guess it's going to happen. But I ordered this on a Monday night. Now they say on their website, with their state-of-the-art shipping facility, they get your orders out the same day, and it says we get your order out the same day every time. So ordered it Monday night. Tuesday, nothing happening, nothing shipped. It says it's processing. Wednesday, nothing happens. So I start, talking to people on YouTube and stuff, different knife pages, and they're like, yeah, man, it took them a week to ship mine, or it was around Christmas, but yeah, it took a while. Well, finally, on Thursday, they did ship it, and turns out they've got a location in Marion, Virginia now, which is like an hour away from me. So, shipped Thursday, I actually got it Friday, which was yesterday, which was pretty cool. So, to order it Monday, have it Friday, that's fairly good. So, the shipping time saved them. You do get free 2-day air if you spend more than $250. So, that's a plus. So it was a decent experience overall. Shipping time wasn't on par with other sites, but getting it to me once it shipped made up for that. Probably won't order again unless I have to for something like this. But anyways, let's talk about the knife. So this nice satin ground blade, belt satin ground. Get the little fox right there. Oh, he's cute. M398 blade steel. So we're all familiar with M390. This is M398. They also offer this knife in like the G10 versions in N690. And I guess N690 is kind of like an Italian steel that Fox uses quite often. M398, similar to M390, obviously just 8 more, as they say. It's very similar, not a huge difference. Just the Italians want to be kind of different, I guess. Now, size-wise, pretty solid. I can get a full 4-finger grip here. Not a finger choil per se, but you can kind of choke up right here and put your middle finger there, and you get all the way up on this jimping. So ergonomics are quite comfortable overall. It's almost got kind of like a kukri blade shape, where if it curved back in and then you get this big swedge at the front. But when you hold it in your hand, it's kind of angled forward. It's kind of angled like a boomerang. It's angled kind of like an XM18. This finger choil just kind of accentuates it. Steel liners, ceramic detent ball, brass cage with steel bearings. Kind of weird. I believe it's all steel hardware. I don't believe there's any titanium on this one. It's aluminum, steel, and carbon fiber. Now, the full titanium scaled version is only $208. This one runs about $260. And then there's a black washed carbon fiber, which was like $287 for whatever reason. You can get the micarta version starting at $150, but I think $210 or $208 for the titanium is probably the best bang for your buck. I really like the look of this carbon fiber, and I love satin. And I'm happy I went with this one, especially with the blue accents. That's cool. But this carbon fiber, it's really nice carbon fiber. It's a great looking carbon fiber. It's a good feeling carbon fiber. I used to have a lot of carbon fiber in my collection with a bunch of different ZT knives and Spydercos and stuff, but when I moved into higher end knives, I kind of moved out of the carbon fiber. But carbon fiber is nice in the fact, I can carry this to work, and it's really not going to pick up noticeable scratches like titanium does. And that was kind of my thought with this one. I thought it would be a cool carry knife, not extremely expensive, but still nice enough. Speaking of, let's do a quick cut test here. And guys, it came very sharp. Plenty sharp enough for me anyways. Has it got dull? No. Yeah, came nice and sharp, pretty thin behind the edge, nothing crazy though. Relatively normal blade stock. Comes down to a nice point here, and you do get those swedge cuts. This jimping is very nice, just aggressive enough to bite in, but not enough to hurt. Now, the one thing with mine is the detent was very strong. And at first, I was like, oh, this is cool. Well, after about 20 minutes, it wasn't cool anymore. It was absolutely killing my middle finger. It was just too strong. It was so strong, lefty EDC might have not even had to have messed with it. No, I was messing with Lefty, but you know, he loves a strong D10. I mean, this thing was strong, and being a fellow lefty, you know, I do kind of get that. But I did disassemble it, clean it, get some good oil in there. Then I tweaked the lock bar a little bit to ease that D10 up just a small amount, just a little bit. And I think I've got it pretty good now. Not too light, just right. And the action is fantastic now that I lighten that lock bar up a little bit. It was good before. Lock up is still good. It's got this, you can see it's kind of a U-shaped lock bar. From what I've seen, Strider used to do this back in the day, and sometimes it would cause lock rock issues. This has 0 of that. I did do some spine whack tests to make sure the lockup was still solid, and it is. No issues there. It's just a really well put together knife. The QC on mine is pretty good. My bevel isn't the most even ever. It's going to be kind of hard to show, but people are having issues with it just being a little uneven. It'll be taller here and a little skinnier there. Nice sharpening choil. The plunge grind stops. Yeah, you could get some sharpenings out of that without putting a smile on it. And what people are talking about, if you're not familiar, your plunge grind is the grind from the thickest point of the steel here down to where it's going to be the thinnest. That's, you know, this was a full thickness piece, and this is where they started to grind to bring it down. And where that plunge grind stops, your cutting edge isn't so far back that you start to get into it. And if you sharpen that, it goes up, and where it gets thicker, it kind of makes, they call it a smile. Here, I'll show you. This Medford, funnily enough, has a smile. You see in the back there how it kind of smiles up. So that's technically not a good thing. These are hand ground. That's why that one's like that. I'm pretty sure these are hand ground as well. But yeah, overall, I think they made a great little knife here. There were no reviews for like 2 weeks. I was looking at the knife and I was like, man, I wish somebody would make a review. I'm trying to decide if I like it or not. Now there's a decent amount. Not a bunch, but there's a couple. So I figured, you know, looks good enough. Picked one up, get it out there. So yeah, that is the Fox Knives Chillin'. A well put together little knife, nice and solid. Got it with really no blade play, no lock rock. Let's look at centering here. Got it pretty dang centered. Solid detent now. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Something different, cool looking knife, carbon fiber. Channel talk real quick. Only thing I have on the way right now is the Devo Knives Mash. That was a Blue Creek Knives exclusive drop. Sold out in about 3 minutes on the satin. For the money, it's like $120 with the code. Titanium scales. Just a really good looking knife. Super pumped I got one. And can't wait to get it in. Get that review out. You know, Kevin over at Left EDC started Devo Knives, and he's done great, man. I've got his stout here. Love this thing. You just tell it's designed by a knife guy. The chamfering around the hole is just so good. I mean, you can reverse flick it all day, and it doesn't hurt your finger. So I love what he's doing over there. Can't wait to get the mash in to check it out. So I appreciate you guys watching. This has been the Fox Knives Chillin'. Have yourself a great day.